Screw.
Hardcore kill confirmed. Eliminate all threats.
Dang. Dang.
We're falling behind. Enemy spy plane inbound. Multiple enemy spy plane contacts. Spy plane established. Multiple enemy spy plane contacts.
Careful.
Multiple hostile spy planes detected.
Spy plane available for test.
Dang.
Multiple enemy spy plane contacts. Spy plane NTL 50% check. Hostile sentry turret active. Sit up. Napalm strike. Enemy spy plane inbound.
Your field mic has been destroyed.
Enemy napalm strike incoming. Enemy spy plane inbound. Hostile spy plane established overhead. Multiple hostile spy planes detected. Твою мать! We're falling behind! Multiple enemy spy plane contacts.
I've done some best settings videos for Warzone, and I did one for the Black Ops Cold War beta, and I've been getting a lot of comments asking me to do an updated settings video for Cold War since the full game is actually released now, so here we are. We're going to be going through a lot today, so if this video does help you at all, please drop a like and subscribe if you are new. I'd really appreciate that. And I also do stream Monday through Friday mornings over on Twitch. Link is in the description, and let's just get into it. All right, so I'm going to be showing you guys a few different set of settings you guys could be using depending on your PC setup. So I'm going to show you guys what I've been using first so far, which is a good mix of making the game look pretty and also having good frame rate. I've been averaging about 150 to 160 frames on these settings. And then after that, I'm going to be showing you guys settings for either low-end PCs or if you just want to maximize the amount of frames you're getting in the game completely. So first things first, always make sure you're playing in full screen. You'll get less input lag that way. I know if you want to alt tab out, it can be kind of annoying, but the least amount of input lag is always the best. And then obviously have your monitor selected here. Make sure you're on the right monitor if you have more than one monitor, and make sure your refresh rate is set here. And gameplay VSync you want disabled. Menu VSync you want disabled. VSync is going to give you more input lag as well, so you always want to disable VSync no matter what game you're playing. But if you're getting a lot of screen tearing, you could enable VSync and that would fix that issue, but keep in mind you're going to be adding a little bit of input delay. Next, we got NVIDIA Reflex Low Latency, which I keep on just enabled normal. Obviously, if you have an AMD graphics card, you're not going to have this setting here, so just ignore that. Display resolution, just make sure whatever resolution monitor you are using is set here. I'm in 1080p, so it's 1920 by 1080. It should be set to what it's supposed to be by default, so you shouldn't have to worry about that. And aspect ratio should be automatic. These should just be set like this by default. Moving down, we have field of view, and for those who don't know what field of view is, the higher this setting is up, the more you're going to see around you. So I like to play at 120 so I can see as much as possible, and it makes you feel like you're kind of running faster. I'm sure most people know what field of view is, but just in case you don't, there's that. And then for ADS field of view, we have affected or independent. This is really going to be your personal preference. I play on affected. Basically what affected does is when I'm playing on 120 FOV and I ADS, I'm still gonna be at 120 FOV while I'm ADS'd, but if I switch this over to independent, when I ADS, it's gonna look like it's scoped in more because it's gonna ADS to the default FOV of the game. Also, when you're on affected, it looks like you have less recoil, even though you don't have less recoil. It's just kind of a visual effect, so it makes it feel like you have less recoil, which is also really nice. For frame rate, I put it at unlimited just because I'm trying to squeeze as many frames as possible out of this game. And scrolling down, I have my texture quality on high, I have my model quality on high, I have my special effects quality on medium, screen space reflection is disabled, I put object view distance on low. I've noticed no difference with this view distance being on low and high. Everything looks the same. So moving down, we got volumetric lighting, which I put on low, shadow quality on low, dynamic shadows disabled, special effect shadows disabled, weapon shadow disabled, and then all three of these ray tracing settings, if you have them, I have disabled. And then NVIDIA DLSS I have disabled. These last four settings right here, all the ray tracing and the DLSS, you will only have if you have a newer NVIDIA graphics card. So if you have an older graphics card or an AMD graphics card, you're not going to have these settings. Then I have anti-aliasing quality on high, ambient occlusion quality disabled, motion blur disabled. You never want motion blur in any game you're playing. It's just going to make things hard to see. The motion blur quality we have low, which this doesn't matter because we already have motion blur disabled. And then subsurface scattering I have disabled. Order independent transparency disabled. And then VRAM usage target, I put this to high. If you're starting to get like some stuttering or the game is hitching or it happens to crash frequently, then you might want to set this down to default or low. So with these settings enabled, I'm getting a little over 200 FPS right here, but in an actual game, I'm normally getting like 150, 160. The frame rate just completely blurry and disgusting. You're just or disabled, and then you'd want to scroll back up.
Hardcore kill confirmed. The Secretariat are watching. Пусть они гордятся вами. We've pulled ahead. Hostile counter spy plane established above. Enemy spy plane inbound. Care package inbound. Enemy counter spy plane inbound. Gratitude.
Crush them.